Thanks for listening to the Spiritual Arts Podcast. Join your host, Diana Kay, as she channels ascended masters, archangels, and source to deliver messages for enlightenment and empowerment to help you on your path. Get ready to breathe it out.
Allow yourself to connect with that highest place that you connect to, whether you call it God, Source, Creator, Goddess, Buddha, whatever the name is that you connect to, connect there now. And we're picking energy up. So Spirit, whether it's God, Source, if it's Mother Mary, if it's Jesus, you may end up with a few archangels that have something to say today too. It just depends on what the room needs. But I'm going to allow them just to give us they want to speak to you before I start asking questions. So just give a minute to breathe. And if you breathe and relax into the energy, you may actually see which person I'm channeling. You may get more direct information yourself too while you're sitting here. When we come to you with messages of faith, of love, of forgiveness. We know that you come from worlds where you get tired, you get angry, you want to be left alone. We know that you come from those places. We love you regardless of your mood. We love you regardless if you listen to us. We love being with you and guiding you. There is no judgment in this room. You are all welcome to ask anything that you would like to ask. If we are allowed to answer, we will answer. We believe that you came here with an open heart full of love. We know that you want your questions answered. Know that sometimes when you ask a question, it's something that you cannot have the answer for. If we give you the answer, you no longer will take the same path. So there are times when knowing the answer is not the right answer. The first place we'd like to take you is to where you were born. The energy around you, the spiritual energy around you when you were born. Make sure that you feel that love that we, your guides, had around you when you were born. You are now connecting with the highest point of who you are, your soul. The name of your soul may be one that you recognize. You may know that already. But allow yourself to feel who you truly are, not who you are today in your world here on this planet, but who you actually are as a soul, as an evolved being. As an evolved being, you know many things that people on this planet are not aware of. Your access of these doorways to knowledge are on either side of you at this time. Feel free to explore. Go into the door on your right. See what is there. Sense who you are. Sense what you have accomplished in your other lifetimes. This energy you feel is you. Allow yourself to know who you are. When you are done with the door on the right, you may go to the door on the left or stay in between. It is up to you. The door on the left, you may see who you were in a past life. You may feel that energy of an accomplishment from a past life. The reason to feel these things is to bring them into your present world. Bring that love that you accomplished in other lifetimes into this one. Bring the knowledge of God, of faith, your journeys of the past, bring them into the present. We are not afraid of who you are. You should not be. Allow yourself to see who you are. Many in this room wish to ask about forgiveness, about faith, what is real and what is not real. When you connect with who you are, you connect with your highest source, whether it be God or your Creator. That level will help you know what is right for you. So I've come out for a second, and you have Archangel Michael that's coming in for this next part. I just want to let you know. You are not allowed to judge yourself. There is no judgment in this room. When you judge, you leave an opening for others to connect with your energy field. We are asking that you close any doors that you have open. Self-judgment, fear, what to do in your future. When it is fear, the door is open. We're asking you to release these fears. When you've forgotten who you are, remember to plug back into this place that you were brought to feel who you are, to connect with your higher power. We are all going to have days where we question things. It is part of your own growth. But to stay in this for an extended period of time helps no one. It delays your path, your route. So allow feelings, allow growth, but do not stay in fear and judgment. We ask you to go inside your heart at this time. Anything that's stopping you from going forward will come into your mind. You will release what you see without fear for good. Handing it up to that highest place of the universe. We need to cut all cords of attachment to people, things, other energies. See the sword and allow it to remove anything that is holding you back. In this lifetime, other lifetimes, future lifetimes, allow all to be cleared and renewed at this time. We were helping you outside.
I have such a good system.
So I'm holding the energy of the channel still, but I want to come out and just ask, does anybody have any questions so far that you want to ask? Maybe about the way that I channel is something that maybe you were feeling.
Can we ask a question of Archangel Michael, Mother Mary, Jesus?
Yes.
So I wanted to know about evil. How did it come about? Why is it allowed to exist? Does good always defeat evil? Doesn't feel like that.
I'm just, no, their smiles are coming through me because there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, we'll just see what we get. You are confusing fears with evil at times. Fears are separate from evil. Evil is a mindset not aligned with Source, not aligned with God. Evil wishes to destroy what is love and what is pure. Why does it exist, you ask? The reason is because it's part of the learning process at this current time. It did not always exist, but it is part of your process of growing and learning and becoming stronger as a being, as a soul. Many of you are ascended masters. You are in this room blessing everyone with your presence. And evil is aware of who you are. But you are much too powerful to feel the effects of this. You may be aware of it, but your light is stronger than any evil in this universe. Your highest source is so much stronger than any evil in this universe. When you can find peace with where we are in this process, you will see that there is a plan to overcome this evil, this fear-based belief not aligned with Source. You are part of this plan. You may find that you get stuck from time to time with this energy. Please do not stay in it. You have to remember who you are, why you came here. Remember that the powerful source of this universe is more powerful than any element of evil or mistrust. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Thank you for your question. Who is next? And I'm just going to side note and say that was a lot of Mother Mary, more than I expected, but they were blending quite a bit. There's also Archangel Uriel. I could feel that energy here too. There is somebody in this room very connected to Buddha. I also sense Buddha in here. So would anybody else like to ask a question? It could be about your own life. It can be about the universe. It could be about one of them. Yes.
I have a personal message that I need now at the moment to help me get more in tune with all of these spirits that are here with us.
I would like you to take a really deep breath. Believe that you are part of this group. Believe that you belong here. Believe that you have your own gifts. Even though you have suffered, you have overcome so much. When you overcome so much, your heart opens. And your ability to connect with us, with your spirit guides, with your God, is so much stronger when you overcome. And you have, and you should believe that you belong here just as much as anyone else in this room. To be patient with your abilities, patience with your process, and do not allow doubt and fear to come between you and your God, your source. Did you have more question? They're still talking to you.
How to help my daughter connect with them, because I know she hasn't herself too, and she's like rejecting it.
So this time they're just asking me to tell you to believe more in divine timing, and that you're not the only one that's trying to help open people up, connect, so that there's a whole team around her that's working to do that same thing. So it's kind of fun to have them here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I think it's fun. They're all buzzy and wonderful.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So before I came here, because I knew who you were going to channel, I actually was thinking about ascended masters, and I was wondering if they have souls and if they continue to incarnate. And then you mentioned that people in this room are ascended masters. So that would be a yes, that we've incarnated and we have souls and we will continue to reincarnate. So are Jesus and Buddha and the other ascended masters still incarnating?
Yes. I find it interesting when they say, well, you need to tell them too. I said, no, they came to hear you guys. But you can tell I'm still channeling. So my higher self is Metatron, but then I see that there's a higher part beyond that that doesn't have a name. And just over the past few weeks, I've learned that Saint Germain and Metatron are the same. But I couldn't tell. I had a booth across from Ascended Master table, and I could see Saint Germain kept connecting with me when I was doing attunements. Or I wouldn't have noticed because the energy is the same. It's like a perfect match. So I'm always learning, that this goes beyond here. But I know many people in this room, their higher selves are like source. There's definitely archangels in this room. And
I thought archangels have never incarnated and they don't have souls.
okay, and that's the information that is available to us, right? So I will tune in and I will let them talk about that. That you are only going to reach the level of knowledge equal to your vibration. The vibration of whoever receives information is dependent on their work on themselves, in who they are as a soul, and what are they allowed to hear and not hear. Will take you to your highest place, your highest vibration, and then we will stretch beyond that to receive information that has not been received before. Allow yourself to receive new information, not yet published by your planet. Do you believe that only one person decides for you? Or do you go and get your own answers, your own guidance? I probably got to go in a little deeper, but they're saying you are an archangel. I don't know which one, and they're not going to tell me, but how does that feel?
Like a great responsibility because they are everywhere.
All right, I'm going in deeper. That's what we're doing. Because you want to hear whatever it is, right? Yeah, we'll hear this. Archangel Gabriel, how does that feel?
Well, it's interesting because before you started channeling, I felt and saw Archangel Gabriel. And I was waiting for you to say that Gabriel was here. And it's not an ego-centered thing at all because we're still here, we're still human, and we still have human experiences. I have been told by a number of psychics and people that have done Akashic record work that I was one of the apostles. And I know that I had an experience at the time of Jesus, and still in this lifetime, I am who I am. I have the challenges of who I am. I'm grateful that I have a spiritual connection. I'm grateful that I have spiritual knowledge. I'm grateful that I am able to connect every single day, and I'm always connected with Source. I'm so grateful in this lifetime, and it's very humbling.
So when you feel your heart, can you feel that that's you? Can you go into your heart?
Yeah, I am there. That's why I'm emotional right now. It's a heart vibration.
We would like you to embrace who you are, to not be afraid of the responsibility of who you are. You've had it your whole life and you've been fine. It's the perfect energy for the planet. Where you are, your belief systems, the people that you touch, being an archangel, allows you to help at a higher level. It doesn't change who you are. You are still who you are. You've always been. The most beautiful light comes from finding out who you are. Not to tell others, but to just be who you are. And know that you're not here as part of the problem, but part of the solution. And how much you are loved by your source, by God. Can you all allow yourself to feel how much you are loved? And when it is too much to take, allow yourself to feel even more. You are so very beautiful. We have such love for you. We watch you every day. We watch you suffering on certain days, and we watch you triumph. We are so very proud of your progress and what you do when you touch other people. Your light can be felt more than in this room. See how many people you have touched in this lifetime and others. Allow yourself to see them as stars. We ask you not to believe everything you hear in books or any other communications without checking with your higher source. Ask for accuracy. Don't assume that everything you hear is from the highest source. You have that ability to reach higher and see if it's real. Okay, we're going to take another question. Thank you. Yes.
Can you tell me who my spirit guides are? Sometimes I just feel so lost. I don't know who I am.
Okay. So have your eyes closed. Anyone else that wishes to see who their spirit guides are, you can try if it's time for you to see. We bring into you the angels that you call guardian angels, the ones that protect you in your space and your energy field, your workplace, your home, all areas of your life. They protect you. Some of you have many guardian angels, and some may have one or two. At this time, I would like you to connect with your guardian angels. Their light is golden. When you sleep, they protect you. When you wake, they protect you. They are always with you. They create openings of time and space when you need them. Three of you in this room are actually guardian angels yourselves. So you are someone's guardian angel on this earth while you are also in a human body. You have many responsibilities. You are not always just here and now. Parts of you are extended beyond the here and now and assisting and helping other souls. You may become aware that you are helping other souls, and this may confuse you. Just know it's a gift to know that you are a bigger part of this universe than you realize. So I'm checking in with them, and they say that you're seeing your guardian angels. Do you see that you have two?
And that's my problem. I can't see anything.
Okay, and that's okay. That's okay. It may take a while. Can you feel them?
I do.
Okay, so feel them. That is a really good start. When they're close to you, do you feel protected?
Yes.
Are you allowing them in as close as they can come in?
I don't think so.
Okay, can you try again? And that is them fully in. Do you feel the difference?
Yeah.
Okay. It makes a difference to bring them in that close. I think that's all they're going to show you of your spirit guide team, that that's the most important to you, to know that you are protected, that you do have two. And they want you to learn to be more at peace. To take time and just enjoy nothingness. You don't have to be doing something every minute. They say that you are a good soul, and good souls need a good rest. So don't feel bad. Thank you for your question. Anybody else?
Can I ask if I could invoke Mother Mary? I pray to her for a healing for my son. Does she hear my prayers?
She does. I'll go in and ask a little bit more, but I can feel you have way more than Mother Mary answering your prayers. She's beautiful and wonderful, but just know there's even more than that answering your prayers. But I'll see what she says. She wants to know if you really do believe in that power, in that connection of prayer and assistance. Do you really believe that it happens? Have you seen it happen?
I've seen it happen when I prayed for other people.
She would like you to pray for yourself as well. Have you done that?
I don't think about myself.
We will all pray for you. But for you to pray for you brings in even more light, more help. So she's standing behind you. I don't know if you can feel it, but can you let her connect with you? Sometimes her messages are very personal to someone, and I think you should just feel it. So close your eyes and enjoy her embrace. So they're going to blend when I channel, okay? Because I could feel it's not just Mary, but they do have a message for you. Are you open to it?
Mm-hmm.
It feels a little strong, but good. Strong, but good. So. The depth of your belief is not enough. We need you to believe at a deeper level. When you hold on to fears, they come into your reality, and it does not allow you to believe and manifest and bring light where you are guiding it. Having the full power of your prayers is very important. We go into your heart at this time. Anyone else who needs to have a clearing, a cleaning of your belief system, we go into your heart anything that's blocking you, anything that's keeping you from having your prayers answered at a higher degree, a higher level of belief, you will see at this time. As you see and connect with these parts of you that are holding you to the same level that you have been for many years, we are asking you to go into your heart and release those. Give them to us. We want you to forgive those that you are still holding in your heart. Faith requires you to release those old hurts. You may take as long as you wish, but it has been a very long time. We are asking that you release those at this time. You deserve peace. You deserve happiness, freedom. You are no longer bound by what happened to you. You say, I forgive you. I release you. I believe in myself. I know that I am worthy of love. I am worthy of forgiveness. Be true to that soul that you are and clear these pathways. Allow your full power to emerge. Okay, so then we'll play a fun game. So who was that? I asked my guides, I said, so which one of you was that? And they said, we will not tell you, may ask them. So I'm like, okay.
I was wondering if it was too.
Could anyone see that one?
I never heard your voice sound like that.
No. No, that's a new one.
Somebody really adamant.
They have powerful heart energy. I don't know if you could feel that. It's powerful, clearing heart energy. And that's the kind of faith that I have, that I don't know who that was, but I know it's what was needed and I trust it. I know it wasn't Source, it wasn't Jesus, and it wasn't Mary. It wasn't Archangel Michael, Uriel. No. Did anybody get a glimpse?
It's Kwan.
Okay, that is one of my guides. She usually doesn't come through. I said, was that you? She said, yes. I go, why such a mystery? They said, because it's fun. So would anybody else like to ask a question? I hope that helped a little bit. Did you get to feel that? Did it dig out a little something in there? Did it dig anything out? Yeah.
I don't feel this. I don't want it for me. I want it for my son.
But you're directly connected to your son. So if you are not feeling the healing as well, it's not gonna take place the way you want it to.
Well, it's my time is past. My age is past.
No.
My son is.
If you allow your
You
own
want it for
healing to
him.
come through, it will help with your son's healing as well.
My healing would be connected within his healing.
I know it's really weird, but can I help you?
Okay.
something you're feeling? Because we want it from you, and they're all going to come over and hug you in a minute.
Make it very awkward. we all hug you at once.
Who feels they need to come and hug over here? I would do it.
Uh-oh.
I think if she feels all the love, she'll understand why she's here today.
Something that, if I can share one thing that I say every day when I do my invocations is say, bless me so I can be a blessing to others. And that's, I think, what everybody's saying is if she can ask for herself to be blessed and to receive healings, then she can do that for her son and for everybody else in her life. She's a beautiful, compassionate soul.
There's no love like a mother's love.
And there's no power like a mother's
That's
love.
very true.
She's dying to ask the question.
Me?
Yes. Which one? Like she gets a whole list. It's because I'm recording, I won't say your name out loud. Because you know I like to say your name.
I have a question for her. What's my soul's purpose in this lifetime?
Okay.
Like everyone wants to know.
So, should I answer hers first?
Yeah.
So she wants to know what her soul's purpose is in this lifetime. So we're just going to go in and we're just going to be in this moment and see if we can feel what our mission is. Many of you think that it's going to be dictated exactly in order, in a time frame, but it's not. It's going to evolve. But at least you can see where you're at now and see if that's where you're supposed to be. You may see where you're going in the next couple years, but you may not see the whole picture. So let's allow just whatever needs to come in about your path to come in now. And I'm going to channel, so if you hear me say something to you, you'll feel it. You'll know that it's your message because you're going to feel it. Your message is that you no longer are allowed to be afraid. Your life should be a journey of love and not fear. When you can allow yourself to have the full journey in faith, in love, and not fear, it will all be very apparent to you what is next. It is hard to get out of fear. We are worried that we are doing something wrong or we are missing something, and we are not missing anything. You are not lost. Your goals are still ahead of you. Some of you have achieved your goals, and you are creating new ones, new avenues, new ways to express love on this planet, because that is your journey, to bring love on this planet. It is not a very difficult task to bring love on this planet. You are love. We know that you are afraid you are not doing enough, but you are doing enough. Each day you try, you are doing enough. And your soul is to take a break in this lifetime. Can you imagine that being somebody's job? To take a break, to enjoy a life, to relax and renew from a human perspective. Some of you, your job is to relax and be. It is not easy for you to relax and be, and that is why it's assigned to you. And you came to this planet to be a mother, to have many babies, to love many babies. That is enough, don't you think? Remember, you are here to bring love to this planet. Bringing love to children. What a wonderful thing to do. And your path is to bring light to the obstructions to people's path. So where they are stuck, you shine light. You shine light so they can see. Do I wish to be stuck, or is it time to move forward? You allow them to see where they are going next. They were caught up in whatever they were caught up in, and you help them move forward. And that is a beautiful gift and job to have while you are here. And your path is to help the new souls that start out on this planet, brand new souls. Many of them have been angels or other divine realms, and they come here for their very first time, and you help them. You teach them to not be afraid of this new realm and to achieve the happiness that they can. They are not used to this place, and your job is to help them. They said that's probably good. So did it happen like they said? Did you feel which message was for you? Like, is anybody willing to admit that they get to relax in this lifetime? Because I want to see who you are.
I do too.
It's not me.
No?
Well, I have. I got that.
I got that too.
Wow.
Which is a huge juxtaposition of what I feel like I should be doing, I suppose.
I've met those people that are supposed to relax, and it's so difficult. But I mean, they're still helping here. The one that, I think there's only one that was assigned to the new souls. Would you be willing to say who you are? I don't know who. It's you too. No, it's behind you. I'm trying not to say names for recording purposes, so. Did you get more than that?
Yes. There's a reason why. There's a reason why.
Okay.
And it's because it's part of their journey. So they're going to take my place one day.
Wow. Okay, you were going to ask a question. She was going to ask one. She who I can't say her name, but after I turn off the recording, I will say it loud. So.
Go ahead.
Well, on the theme of new souls, I had a question, which I was not going to ask, but I will ask. And it's more curiosity. I know many of us were incarnated originally on other planetary systems, and we're here now. But I was wondering what percent of souls on Earth have actually been incarnated here, and is, I don't know, just curious about that.
They're smiling. I said, so do you have percentages for her?
I'm like, wow, that's a really interesting percentages.
So you're asking if they, like, how many?
I'm curious if more souls are incarnating on Earth. And how many are newer souls? Many of us have many, many lifetimes. We've been around for millennia.
Like, is there more than usual? Is that what you mean?
Sure.
They're saying no.
Okay.
No. I wish they wouldn't smile and stuff. They're so sweet. Okay. Okay, young lady with the green shirt and black sweater.
So this is an odd question, but I work with seniors and we have to do some Bible work on Thursdays, and some people in the Bible are listed as being, living hundreds of years, and I was wondering, did they really live 100 years, or was there a different measurement of time?
They say both.
Both?
Both.
So are we capable of living
Of course,
for
is that all she gets?
200 years?
Yes.
We can live for 200 years?
Both. Sorry.
The other thing is, I know the Bible has been edited over the years, and I'm okay with that idea, but I was wondering if anything significant was left out of the Bible that would help us, that, would be useful to know.
Okay, I'm going in deeper, okay? We're going. They say so many things would be useful. Some will be released. Some will be kept secret. That you can connect with your higher source and ask that that information come into you. Not that you can do anything with it, but for your own knowledge to receive. That not every single person is allowed to receive that information, but if you sit quietly and you allow your source to connect with you, you may receive little information about the Bible that isn't in the Bible. They love that you are so curious. They would like you to stretch your meditation to receive. So my question is, do you meditate? Because they're being that way where I'm thinking, she's not meditating. She's not meditating. No.
I try. I feel like I'm not doing it right.
Okay, so they are going to answer your questions for you, but you can tell, very tight-lipped. And there's some things that you may be allowed, like after that last session we had, I was allowed to tell you more outside of here, correct? That you must be allowed to receive some information that maybe everybody else can't receive. And you build a trust with your guides when they tell you things and when you don't share them. And they know if you're going to say something or not. But when you earn that trust with them, they'll tell you all kinds of really cool things. And it's like having a bunch of really close friends that go on their journey with you. But then they really ignore you when you need them sometimes. That's in my opinion. But they say, Diana, you know that's not true. I know, but for me, I'd like to ask a question if I have something in my own world going on, and they just don't answer sometimes because I have to go through that without higher guidance, just like everybody else. Just because I can hear them doesn't mean they're going to tell me everything.
So, along with the other lady's question about life purpose, and this is just a general question, are any of us sent here with lofty goals, or is it really just as simple as finding joy, peace, and love for ourselves and others?
I can tell this is Mary, so we'll let her. She's kind of fun because she said she's going to want to just channel through, but she's saying that The more you allow faith in, the more you're going to grow, the more you're going to see your path in front of you. And yes, some people will have lofty goals, but everyone has a list of things that they do, but it's up to you to decide if you're going to do them in each lifetime. If you don't do them in this lifetime, they will give you another opportunity in another lifetime to do it. And maybe you have attempted one goal in many lifetimes and just have not been able to bring that fully through. And this might be the lifetime you do it, and it might not be, and it's okay, and there's no judgment. It's just a list of wonderful things you're capable of doing and bringing to the planet, and there's no pressure like you think. They're saying there's no pressure. Just being true to who your soul is really all you have to do. Meaning if you are of love, that you're not hating. I gotta go in a little more. They said I have to stop the recording and add another one. Okay, we're continuing in our second little hour.
I have a question with regard to your soul's purpose.
Okay.
Is it possible that someone can interfere with your path, and at what point can you be allowed to either be selfish versus being loving and giving? Can you be selfish? How do you not cross the line to be able to do your life's purpose if someone's interfering? Is that a choice?
They would like you to stand up. Is that okay?
Sure.
And close your eyes and breathe. Reach your hands above your head. Feel your goals and your purpose. Fill yourself with that. Fill yourself with God. Do you feel anything interfering at this time, at this moment?
Not at this moment.
That this is all you have to do to reinforce your space? You feel when someone tries to move into your space, your boundaries, right? Not now, you do not feel it, but generally you can sit. Thank you.
Well, from just their lack of, I don't want to say knowledge, but belief or faith, like, can somebody,
They can't stop you. You can feel it when they try, but they can't. When you stood in your will with your hands that way, nothing can interfere with that. That's you and your source, and nothing can break that bond unless you want it to, if it's your choice.
for me, the struggle would be, I feel it's selfish to, versus loving and giving of other people, being selfish to myself to let me do what I have to do.
But they say you're getting better at standing your ground and feeling good about things that are for you. That
I'm wondering if this person or people are part of the journey, and maybe in some way I'm helping them, or it's one of my lessons. I don't know.
And they said they don't need to be any longer. So if you choose to, you no longer are responsible for that. It's still loving, and it's not selfish. You're being true to who you are as a soul. And that's very valuable, they're saying. So nobody can get in unless you let them in. Like, do you feel them in right now? Okay. Well, thank you. more questions? Yes.
How do we release ego so that we can be better and serve?
They want you to be specific. Give like a situation.
I just struggle with faith, and I don't know how to explain it, I guess. Yeah.
Are we allowed this person for a couple minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I mean, it's another aspect. It's a past life, so he will be very direct, and I would like him to answer your question. He's saying that it's not ego that you have, it's fear. That what you're referring to, he's saying is not ego. He says it's fear. He thinks you should learn to be more independent in your own spiritual studies, to spend time in meditation with God, to bring in what is correct for you. So I don't know. I'm going to let you guys see his eyes. Have you ever looked in this guy's eyes? Okay. I will get you guys too, but get your direct message from him. All you have to do is look at his eyes. And if it hurts to look in his eyes, just look a little bit longer, and whatever it is you need to see will come up. So it's Paramahansa Yogananda, and I'm probably not saying the name right, but he's just a very wonderful guide to me. Okay, I'm going to get these people. And close your eyes and sit with him for a couple minutes and see if he has a direct message. Okay, got yours already. Okay. Are you okay with a little longer message from him? Mm-hmm. Okay. There's nothing I can do about this. Being spiritual does not mean that you are not afraid. It means you will sit in your purpose, your goals, your dreams. And you will compare your goals and dreams with your God, your Jesus, and what their goals are in your life. You will compare. You will see what is working for you in your current world and what is not. Being spiritual means you will look within to find out, are you looking in the right places? Are you connecting with the right individuals? Are you free to enjoy your life? Being spiritual means you will sit and study until there are no obstructions between you and your God, your peace, and your journey. We believe that being spiritual is something that is easy for everyone. It is not. Because we live in this world of things, necessities, weaknesses, and we have to allow ourselves to see the true aspect of who we are with God. We are part of God. We are part of that being. We are responsible to be spiritual on a level that connects us to our God. When you connect and you breathe, you are breathing in the light of your Christ, your God. And when you breathe, you allow others to feel who they are. We need you to get in touch with who you are by your breath. Sitting in your breath, your stillness, your peace, and seeing what is that? What makes you run? What makes you happy? And being aware that God is all around us. And your responsibility to this universe is great. I asked him, I go, are you done? He said, yeah. So, of course, I want to hear, what does he feel like to channel? Like, what's different about him than the other ones we had?
He loves to meditate.
He what?
He loves to meditate.
Yes, he does.
Sounds like movement. You move with him.
Pardon?
You move with him.
Yeah.
There's movement. Almost like you can't contain.
So I had more movement on him?
You actually brought back.
Okay. Okay, so that's kind of fun. Okay, so did we have any other questions? Of course, I'm asking you guys. You're supposed to be asking me.
Can I just a general message right now?
A general message. No? Can you ask specific?
I guess for more guidance and the area that I'm having trouble healing right now with the breathing and stuff, like where I can focus.
Okay, so they say you're no longer allowed to take the blame. Do you know what they mean by this? And they're saying to go in your throat chakra. And release blame. Allow peace. And bring in the truth and justice that's required. Do you understand what they mean by that?
I don't understand it, but I feel it.
Where do you feel it?
Right here.
Okay, so who in this room is feeling some kind of tightness in their body? What I need you to do is to breathe into it. We as a group are going to breathe into our version of what she asked to be released or identified. Hers has physical breathing type issues. And maybe yours is something else. Maybe yours is pains in your hips or your feet or your knees or your elbows, whatever it is. Let's breathe into it and get your own message. I will give her message. You are no longer allowed to take blame. When you take blame, you take on karmic consequence for others. When you do this, you make yourself feel sick. You are not required to take on these consequences as they are not yours. You are constantly working as a soul, and if you mistake some kind of consequence as your own, it can have very, very poor consequences for you. We need you to be very strong in what is yours and what is not yours. At this time, we ask you to release any consequences that any of you are holding for others. You are not helping their journey by taking on their consequence. It is your choice if you choose to keep it. We suggest you release it and handle it a different way from a higher perspective. There's no need for you to take on that energy that makes your human body ill or uncomfortable. It is not yours to take. You have free will. It is your choice. We suggest you release. Breathe into your throat. When you exhale through your mouth, you release what is not serving you and no longer for you to hold. Did you hear the message individual to you? You will. Can you say what you were feeling?
Like physically feeling a real sharp pain right here. Like it kind of felt like a hook or something.
They say when you feel that, this energy here, that this means this is not yours to take. To send it back, reverse it. Is there somebody had a question for Archangel Michael? He says somebody has a question.
I have a question, but I don't know if it's from Michael.
Okay.
But I want to know what the difference is between a human soul, an animal soul, and a tree soul. Are we all just souls?
Okay. They say the depth of the soul depends on the experiences. You in this room may have been an animal or a tree or a lilac, and that each experience just grows your level of understanding and compassion. They said you want to know if we've been a bug, and they said to tell you no, that you have not been a bug. They say you've been a wolf. A wolf.
I actually saw it like I would be surprised.
So if you breathe into that wolf, does it have words to share?
It's just a really strong right here. Very strong.
Can you breathe and bring the words? I asked my spirit guides, I go, will she be howling? So I act up too.
It just feels good, it feels right.
So I think we were feeling it's like a power.
Yes, very much so.
Very nice power.
And joy.
They told me I was one of those trees that I took the pictures of. So when I went on vacation there, I was crying a lot, remembering things. So when my soul remembers, I cry a lot. I cry a lot anyway, but yeah. So, is that enough of an answer?
I just wondered if there was a difference, because I strongly believe that animals have the same level of love for our Creator that we do. So, is there a difference in the afterlife? Is there a difference how they evolve?
It doesn't feel like it.
I don't think so either.
No, maybe the bugs though.
I don't know.
Anybody else?
Yes, sometimes I feel that I'm not on my path, that I've wandered. And I would like to know if I am following my path. And if I'm not, how can I get back on?
And I can barely contain their answer. Okay, I'm so doing this. They said, didn't we speak to you a few moments ago that you can't mess up your path? That you are on your path. You have not gone backwards. You bring so much light to so many people that your truth inspires others, and that is enough. Being who you are and inspiring others is a wonderful thing to be, don't you think? Your beauty comes in so many different forms. The light from your hands, from your heart, from your soul. So many people lucky to have connected with you, to feel that childhood wonder that you create when you connect with people. That is a beautiful path. You should never question it. You are a beautiful one. We love you so much.
Thank you.
That's fun.
Thank you very much.
I have to say something back
Yes.
to the bug.
Yes.
Is why do people think I'm strange because I can't even kill bugs? I have such a love for nature and bugs. I mean, this may sound terrible, but I have a spider in my home that I actually named and.
Don't invite Diana over.
I at work people always call me saying, "Patty, there's a bug, come save it," so I'm always. So why am I like that? I'm just, when it comes to living.
Because you're
plants. I can't even throw plants away.
You're like she is. It's like part of your being and compassion and love. It's so much that, everybody matters, no matter how little or how big, and that's a wonderful thing to be.
You must have been the one who brought Buddha.
Yeah. Wow. So you brought Buddha. Thank you. Marcia, did you have a question?
Well, you talked about ego and you talked about fear, but I didn't hear anything about judgment. How does that fit into it?
About judgment? They're saying, are you saying that you want to know if judgment is ego?
Yeah, where it comes from, why, what.
They're just saying that judgment is like a variation from the truth. That it's nothing that's necessary. You can call it ego if you want to, but judgment is judgment and it's unnecessary. That being, the being that you are, accepting you is really all that you are required to do. And when we start to look through judgment, we're not actually seeing truth, we're seeing illusion. and that we should go up to a higher place and look through source eyes if we want to see actual truth, and that judgment is not a part of the truth. Is that what you were asking them? Because that's what's coming
Well,
through.
I know that. I mean, I'm not speaking from need for judging. I'm just saying, why is it? I mean, there's a lot of it out there.
They smile and agree, yes. Anybody else? Are we getting low on time? Yeah. Yes.
There was about a month straight where Metatron was trying to send me information, and part of the information I had to learn was the speed that the information would come to me was either too fast or too slow, or I was too excited or whatever. When I learned to calm down, I could receive the information and do stuff with it. So my real question is, did I get all the information? Am I missing anything from Metatron?
Saying no. That part of this learning and receiving information requires us to get beyond our minds. So maybe it has to come through a bunch of times for you to get the whole thing, because your mind doesn't even think that's possible yet. So if it takes a few times, that's normal. They're saying that you're getting all of it. They're very proud of you, too. They say you're very brave. And that you stand in your truth like no other. And they appreciate that, because that's what we need here. Anybody else? Before I start giggling about stuff again? Well, when you feel all of their energy, isn't it like that? It's happy, it's joyful, and even if they're telling us things we don't want to know, they're wonderful. I feel like Alice has a question. Do you have anything? Or is it for after? See, Alice is here.
I saw her before.
I said it out loud. I'll edit it out.
We love Alice.
Yes, we do. Okay. And what does it feel like today?
Well, it seems very calm, peaceful here. Of course, I just got back from managing a conference with 500 people in Orlando. Weird energy there.
What kind of a conference was it?
It was a business conference.
I asked if I could shut off the recording yet so I could say her name, but they won't let me do it yet. Yes.
So, I do have a question, and it is about spiritual hierarchy and how it got put into place. And this is a question that I've had for like 20 years. It's my burning question that I haven't gotten an answer to. So I'll just say that, even as a child, I had a very strong understanding of creation. And, a thought, and it becomes an idea, and that becomes, has visualization and, things like sacred geometry and so forth. And I just had this whole understanding of kind of how the whole universe came to be, with the exception of understanding the players on the other levels. So the angels and the archangels and, Akashic records. I mean, this is I see it as a architecture, even getting down to on earth with the nature spirits and so forth and so on. So I'm wondering if there's an answer to my question regarding how all of that got put into place. Who are the originators of the architecture of the spiritual hierarchy?
They're telling me very simple answer that it's source or God, and assignments were given. Everyone has an assignment, and you can look at it as different levels, or everybody just has a different assignment. Nobody's better than anybody else, but they may have different responsibilities. and that it's really not that difficult.
And that makes sense. Thank you.
Okay.
I accept that.
Okay, so for the last part, because you know how I like to involve everybody, can we just go in our heart and breathe, and whatever comes to you to say out loud for closing, if you could say it to the group? Because this was only till 8:30, right? That's right, I guess. They say, let's go. And they said young ladies, but I know we have, but that's who needs to talk.
So I'm getting prompted. I've never done this before. I haven't been here for this, but I'm getting prompted. So I'll just honor it and say that there have been a lot of questions about the frequencies on Earth in terms of forgiveness and, all of these lower level emotions and so forth. And you're talking about how to go up into, the higher frequencies. And what I'm getting is that to center on the heart and to center on gratitude. And if every day we can all take just a moment to concentrate, focus on our heart, see someone, I'm seeing the Sacred Heart of Jesus in front of me, which makes me emotional. And just focus on gratitude, that lifts us to a different place, and then we don't come from ego. Sorry.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Who else for closing?
Trust the messages and trust yourself.
Good guy. I got the message earlier with the watermelons floating in the air, so I couldn't understand what that means. So now they're saying spirituality doesn't have to be always so serious, you have to bring more fun into life and more joy.
You got watermelons?
I think there's 2 more people.
Going back to the bug reference, that life matters, doesn't matter.
Your guide, to me, looks like Tears for Earth for some reason when I see the picture. It looks like Tears for Earth for some reason. Physical Earth.
Okay, and did you have something?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
To release your fears, because if you hold on to your fears, then you can't receive the messages because you're blocking it. So you have to work on the fears first. If you're not getting the messages you should be getting, because you should be able to receive them yourself. You shouldn't have to have somebody else give them to you. That's what I got.
My last thing to say that they're asking me to repeat again is when you feel that you're going to judge a situation or a person, to go up higher than yourself. Go all the way up to that highest place and look through those eyes. What is that person there for in your life? Are you there to help them? Are they there to help you? Are they doing the best that they can? Because many times when you go up to that highest place, you may learn that that person that you are judging is doing the best that they can. And when you hear that, that changes your perspective. They cannot act like you. They are not your vibration. They're where they are, and they may be doing the best they can. So I thank you all for being here. I actually had a lot of fun this time because they made me giggle. So I think the next time I do this is in Tinley Park at that Body, Mind, Spirit Expo. So, well, thank you.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.